So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, it's Master Duel, and yes, it has been the start of the Synchro and Exi Festival last Tuesday. Now we already grinded out all our crystals up until 1100s for well, that's actually all the limit for the crystal rewards. Now I'm gonna showcase to you guys today the best, or one of the best synchro decks there is, and of course the Exi decks that I am using right now. I'm not saying it's the best, but it works perfectly for this festival. Of course, if you are trying to focus on your quest, which is Exi monsters summoned to your side of the field. So, first and foremost, we are going to talk about the Exi deck that we are going to tackle for the well, basically for the festival. So what we have here is the Exosisters. Now if you have watched my video in regards to the Exosisters, is actually a control deck that doesn't allow your opponent from moving cards from your graveyard to any parts, or even using the effects if ever you summon the correct Exosister Exi monster. Now, for that matter, we already included the token collector for this, since we are going up against a lot of synchro decks, mainly Sword Souls, and then Magistus if you are going up against any Exi and synchro decks or whatsoever. Magistus, in a sense, once you summon your Zoroa, the Flagrant Calamity, or the Big Zoroa, if I may call that, it can attach a synchro or an Exi Magistus card. Now once it is attached, that your opponent is unable to use its effect once it's on the field. So basically, if ever Baron on the floor or whatever synchro monsters on the field, it cannot use its effect. That's pretty good. So to start off your main deck, we have 1 Effect Veiler, 3 Ash Blossoms. Now I am not using any Maxi in this deck because the deck is really composed of draw power, which is your Exosister Sophia and then your Exosister Vadis, able to get your specific 2 Exosister monsters to your side of the field, and then your packs and also your Armament. It's pretty good. It is very accessible to any kind of Exosister, and if ever you don't have any Exosister monster, you have your Magistus, which can also spell summon itself to your side of the field, thus enabling you for an Exi summon or maybe a synchro summon. So it's up to you. Now where were we? So yeah, like I said, 3 Ash Blossoms, no Maxi, 3 Token Collectors since you're going up against a lot of Sword Soul decks, 3 Crowley. Now other people would like to prefer 1 Crowley, but it's really on preference. Having 3 Crowleys is really good. 3 Zoroas, 1 Endymion, 3 Ellis, 3 Stellas, 2 Irenes. Now if you want, you can just move towards 1 Irene and then have 1 card available for you. It's up to you, but 2 Irenes, it's really good with the deck. Just pair it up with Sophia. So Sophia, 3 copies, 2 the Golden Sword Soul. Now this card is included in the Newborn Dragon selection pack, which is really good actually. You can negate an attack of 1 monster attacking you. It saves you in some cases, of course, when you are on the verge of dying. Also, not only that, this monster can be spell summoned to your side of the field once that effect activates, and of course this card is a tuner. So any level 4 or monster on your side of the field, thus allowing you for an Exi summon or even a synchro. Then we have 1 copy of Nibiru, since we are going up against Sword Souls. And lastly, for your magic and traps, you have 1 Regeki, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Pot of Avarice. Now you can remove 1 copy of Irene and then move towards 2 copies of Avarice. It's up to you. 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 3 copies of Exosister packs, 1 copy of Armament, and then 3 copies of Vadis. So for your extra deck, you have your Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, which is pretty good, destroying all effect monsters on the field. That includes you, of course. For your Magistus card, you have your Varam, then your 2 Zoroa, the Magistus Conflagrant, and then your 2 copies of Ninaruru, of course, for your Exi monster. Then for your Exi monsters, you have your Dark Rebellion Exi Dragon, that's for OTK. 1 Baguska just for stalling if ever you don't have the right cards on hand. Then you have your 2 copies of Exorcister Michaelis, 2 copies of Exorcister Caspital, 1 copy of Exorcister Jibrine, 1 Asaphil, and 1 Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Now you can have 2 copies of Astrophil, and 2 copies of Caspitel. Just remove 1 copy of Ninaruno. It's up to you, but having this, since Exes are very prominent nowadays, not just Synchros, so I prefer rather running 2 copies of Ninaruno. So it's really good. After this, I'll showcase the game replays for each deck. So stay tuned. So lastly, we have the last deck that I'm going to showcase to you guys today, and this is really prominent or ubiquitous for this Synchro and Exe festival, which is the Swordsoul, of course. And you might be wondering, why is a token collector added into this deck? Well, you are going up against another Swordsoul deck, so basically this is the only thing that can destroy a Swordsoul deck. So main deck is composed of 1 Effect Failure, 3 Maxis, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Token Collectors, and it's pretty good once you summon your Synchro monsters to your side of the field. If you are going up against an Adventure Engine or even a Swordsoul deck, just summon your Token Collector. It really helps kill off those tokens. And then you have your Tennis Spirit Shatana. Now, you might notice in the deck we have a lot of tuners that are level 4, thus allowing you for an instant level 8 Synchro summon. You have your Swordsoul Moi. If the Moi will be negated, or even your Swordsoul Teia, or even your Token Collector is on the field, you can have level 4 tuner monsters right there. So yeah, that is 3 Mois, 3 Teia, 2 copies of Incredible Ecclesia of Virtues, 2 copies of the Golden Swordsoul, and then 3 copies of Swordsoul Strategist Longyan, and lastly, of course, 1 Nibiru. For your spell and traps, you have your Harpy's Feather Duster, your 3 copies of Emergence, 1 Sacred Summit, 2 Golden Grave, 1 Crossout Designator. It's pretty good when you are on a mirror match. 1 Heavenly Dragon Circle, and then for your trap cards, your Infinite Impermanence, and then 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and then lastly your Swordsoul Blackout. For your extra deck, you have your Yazi, your Baxia, your Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, your Omega, and then your Dracoback, the Adamantine Pater Dragon, the 2 Shishao, the Baron of the Floor, the Shangying, and of course the new Sinister Sovereign, which is pretty good with regards to burn. And then for your Exe monsters, you have Dark Rebellion, Exe Dragon, and then your Heavy Armor Train, Iron Wolf, yeah, just for a direct damage. Baguska, of course, you need Baguska, it's pretty good. And lastly, your Divine Arsenal Zeus. So this is actually your Synchro and your Exe decks. Now let's move towards your replays for the both decks. Now I just have 1 replays for each, just to showcase how good this deck is. Enjoy! So that is the game replays for you guys today, and those are the deck profiles for each Synchro and Exi deck that you might enjoy using for the festival. So this is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll tackle more of this later on for tomorrow or maybe later on of the day. So this is me signing off. Keep safe, good luck, and have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.